So we heard today from Isaiah, how beautiful are the feet of those who bring good news. So I have beautiful feet today because I want to bring you some good news. I just want to preach a very simple gospel message to you today to get at the essence of the feast of Christmas. The essence of it is God's saving arm coming down to rescue us, and that is one strong arm. Let me paint a picture for you with a little metaphor. This didn't actually happen. It's just a metaphor, but I'll just for sake of the metaphor, I'll just explain like it's a real story. Last week I was walking in the woods. I fell into a bog of quicksand. And the more I struggled, the more I sank. I was in desperate straits, and a bright idea came, I can pull myself out of this. I'll just reach up, grab my own hair, and pull myself out. So I reached up. There's not much up there, but I got a little tough, and I tried as hard as I could, and it just made it worse. Kept sinking down until it was right up to my neck, and I'm like, okay, this is the 11th hour. And a hand came down to me. Somebody had walked by, seen my predicament, extended their arm, and I grabbed onto it and just felt that power of that arm in a helpless situation, utterly helpless. They pulled me up out of that mess. That is the spirit of Christmas. It's a season of hope. There's tons of hope. No matter how far the human race sinks down, or any of us sink down in our lives, that arm is so strong. God has bared his holy arm. We heard in Isaiah also. He's bared his holy arm. Like flexed his arm. St. Jerome, 2 stained glass windows down there in the middle of the church, 4th century scripture scholar, he attributed this to the Son. He said that arm, the bared arm of the Father, is the Son. So just put yourself in that scenario. Try to imagine with your imagination being in a bog of quicksand. Feel that desperation. Take this to prayer. Chew, meditate on this. That is the situation of the whole human race and every one of us individually. That bog represents sin, death, and the devil. Can you think of 3 worse things than that? The 3 worst things imaginable, that's basically all of evil and the evil one himself. That's what we're up against. And we cannot rescue ourselves from this predicament, but that's okay. It's a top-down salvation that God designed before the foundation of the world. He knew everything that was going to happen. He knows everything that is. Before it happens, as it's happening, he sees it from the mountaintop, the whole thing all at once. He knows everything there is to know without a struggle. Instantaneously, dwelling in eternity. The awesomeness of who God the Father is, he conceived a plan. And before he even made this cosmos, the Son, who beheld the glory of the Father before the foundation of the world, he tells us in John's Gospel. The one who, if we can only imagine when he says, what if you were to see me return to where I was before? It's one of the most chilling statements in the New Testament. After he gives his famous bread of life discourse in John chapter 6, people were murmuring and offended by what he said when he told them, I'm the bread of life, and so on. He said, okay. What if you were to see me return to where I was before? That sends a little chill down my spine. To imagine who the Son is, who dwells in the bosom of the Father, was with God, was God, through whom all things were created, who's upholding the world by his powerful word. Awesome. Who the Son is. That's the arm of the Father that he sent down from above, the one from above. You are from below. I am from above. I am coming down. That's God the Father's arm. That is one strong arm. When you look at that little baby at Christmas time, just see that arm and reach up and grab it and feel that strength. Feel the desperation of our situation down here, but just feel the strength of that arm grabbing onto your forearm. You lock onto his. Wow. That's what Christmas is all about. This is the arm of the Father extended down to every single one of us. He's come down into our mess. This mess down here is like a stinking quagmire, a bog. He came down into it. Why did he come down into our mess? Because he's the Mess-iah. I trademarked that, by the way. We got to invite him into our mess, people. That's the spirit of Christmas. There's tons of hope. We got to reach up and grab hold of God's holy arm.